Hello and howdy everyone. I'm here to talk about the new film Fruitvale Station. I think I'm saying that right. I never got like a real pronunciation on that, but I think Fruitvale is how you say it. So Fruitvale Station. It's the positively true story of the BART shooting. I guess it was New Year's Eve 2008, New Year's Day 2009. Chronicles the last day in the life of the victim. I'm suddenly forgetting his name now that Trayvon Martin has totally wiped my name bank. It's a tremendous film. It's a tremendous film. It feels like a living, breathing historical document. I have no problems giving it a 9. It's definitely one of the best films of the year, if not one of the more important films of the year. It pretty much takes place on one day. There is a flashback of some substance, but I thought that was interesting because it flashes back to, and maybe more than one flashback to other New Year's Eves. So we've always seen what he's doing on New Year's Eve until, the fateful New Year's Eve. I don't know what else to say. What's most impressive about it, it's the debut of a young filmmaker. I think he's 26, 27 years old. He produced, wrote, and directed this. I want to say his name is Coogler, something like that. I can't remember his first name, but he's a film student from here in Southern California, went to USC, has got, a slight reputation, here in Southern California. They're calling him already the next, John Singleton, who is also a USC boy. It's just really impressive that you can make a film like this that's so even-toned. I mean, the tone is perfect. Maybe slightly manipulative. It really plays to your emotions quite often. And, isn't so subtle. It's not too subtle, but that's all right. I think with a story like this that is supposed to hopefully reach as many people as possible, I think it has to be accessible and appeal to that mass audience, and I think it most certainly will and should. Film stars Michael B. Jordan, who I imagine has to put that B in there because of the Michael Jordan and his Space Jam credit. So Michael B. Jordan has to throw that B in there. Also stars Octavia Spencer. It's actually got quite a large and colorful cast that I can't tell you many more names. Even the cop at the end, not like the cop, but the cop who has the most lines is familiar. He's been in many, many things. I can't remember his name, though. Good character actor. All the acting is tremendous. It's very well written. All of the actors have something to do. Even the characters we see only for one scene seem to have enough to say about their lives that we get this little mini portrait of them, and more importantly, how they interact with the central figure. I wish Oscar. That's it. Thank you, Brain. Oscar. Boy, to ask for his last name is too much, but to see how they interact with Oscar. I think it just serves as a portrait. I think it serves as kind of a lesson when dealing with the. It's not so subtle. It just seems like, and not that I can argue with it, but it just seems like everyone in the film, including like the gangsters, are somewhat human. somewhat feeling and thinking. And then when you meet the police at the end, they are, not at all. They're robotic and just loud and forceful. Not very human at all. So it just really kind of paints law enforcement as kind of bad, as at least unthinking and unfeeling. Maybe not bad, but certainly amoral. Which again is becoming more and more, I think, a part of our society. It just, everything's good. I don't know what to say. Every quality is solid. It's well directed. It's very well written. Again, this is a fully fleshed out, unflinching portrait of a man. Not always good, definitely not always bad. He's flawed, and it shows those flaws. It doesn't hide from the flaws. And it shows how he impacted other people's lives. And, how his is tragically cut short. And you feel, that tragedy, and you can see it. They have some real, I guess you would call it stock footage. The film opens with the infamous cell phone video footage, closes with, footage of a ceremony held at the BART station where he lost his life, or where he got shot, and we get to see, some of his family for real at the end. It really just drives the point home. It not incredibly subtle. It definitely wants you to remember and feel, and take something home and think about it and discuss it. The acting, is tremendous. Michael B. Jordan, he's from The Wire. He was in Chronicle. Here, I guess you could say it's a career-making performance. I don't think he'll have any trouble finding work from here on out. Also, Octavia Spencer is really good. She's an Oscar winner. She's fantastic here. Brings definite gravity to her role. It looked good. It definitely, I felt like a fly on the wall. I felt like a fly on the wall, and there didn't seem to be too many unturned stones, and I felt like I was there. Again, it feels like a living, breathing historical document that deserves to be saved and looked back on and savored. I don't really know what else to say. It's just a great film, just a tremendous film that should be seen, needs to be seen. Now, I don't know if it's so necessarily seated on the big screen, other than timeliness. I think it should be seen right away. But it's very intimate, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't wait for the home viewing experience. But again, it's one of the best films of the year, so you got to see it on the big screen. I don't really have a drive to see it a second time because it's very heavy and heady, emotional, and I get it. I get it. So it's not like I'm rushing to go see it again. It's just that if I ever see it again, it certainly won't be a bad time. I'll look forward to watching it again, but I don't think I'd feel the need to rush out and see it in the theater again. It's not very uplifting, and my favorite films of the year, always kind of make me feel joyous, and I didn't feel joyous walking out of this film. But I felt the way I needed to feel. the little girl, he has a daughter who he's basically living his life for. She's very good, cute little girl, and again, somehow already a skilled actress. I was impressed with her, and she's so young. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It just was really good, and should definitely be seen, and for a debut film, from a young filmmaker, it's just impressive. There's no other word for it. It's just impressive. So okay, I think anything else would just be monotonous. So that's Fruitvale Station. I have no problems giving it a 9. It definitely one of the films of the year. Thanks much.